he's getting it now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Metal Customs. The shop today, we got a 95 Dodge Dakota Sport. This is a 3.9 V6, 5-speed. Yeah, no automatic sissy stuff going on here. Well, what we're doing to this thing is put a clutch in it. And yes, this is four-wheel drive model. And we're going to show you the basics on how to do that. Our buddy Timothy owns a truck. He said when he went on YouTube and internet, he couldn't find a whole lot of information. So I figured, hey, we'll go ahead and do a video. Now, Casey's already been working on this while I was out doing a gun video. He's got, of course, first things first, he unhooked the battery. Then he got underneath there and took the transfer case out. We're going to raise it up and show you what steps he took to do the transfer case. And then we'll get the actual pulling the transmission and R&R and the clutch on video so y'all can see how that operation is done. Alright, before we raise it up and get into that, let me show you this. Guys, on any vehicles that have a distributor in the back, when you take his transmission and stuff out, this motor is going to tilt back like this. There is a chance that distributor cap could hit that firewall and you can break the cap. So, what I always do, better safe than sorry, snatch the breather off of her. I got you. And just take the two screws, clips, however your cap's put in, undo them, and just pick the cap on up some, then you won't break it. Just a little tip there, be better safe than sorry. Alright guys, up under the truck, and basically what Casey did, he went here, removed the drive shaft, these 4 bolts, then you slide the drive shaft out of the transfer case, and then you see the front drive shaft there. Pretty much the same thing with it, it's got the same type of bolts, same type of carriers, and there's the transfer case. And it comes from the front of the transmission. The transfer case has studs in it, as y'all can see. So there's nuts on the back side. Get all of them nuts out, then your transfer case slides off and then put it over out of the way. Now he's taking out the shifter. Here's your next step apparently.
What shifter though is the question?
That is the four-wheel drive shifter.
Yeah.
You trying to trick on me?
Yep. Trying.
And what he should have done...
Yeah, I highly recommend going into the vehicle and unscrewing your nut first.
Yes. But I reckon you can do it the way the Casey's doing it through the rubber boot.
It's going to take some years.
That's what they call that alternative method?
Yeah.
Okay. It works, just a little time consuming. But yeah, that's where we're at so far. We're going to have to cut the exhaust on this one, Casey?
I'm hoping not, but it sure is looking like it.
Well, this is a 2-piece bell housing. Oh, but the bell housing, the transmission's bolted from inside the bell housing. Well, that bites. So yeah, we're probably going to have to cut that wire pipe out of there in order to be able to get the transmission out. Alright, carry on, Casey.
Yep.
Alright, next thing Casey's going to do is take the shifter out. And what we're going to do is take his 4 bolts off the transmission. Now to push up high enough, get out of the way. They are, what, 12 millimeter, guys?
Yep.
Alright, they're 12 millimeter. Like I say, there's 4 of them. Take them out, shifter will come right straight up and out. Alright, shifter came right out, no problem. Yeah, to go up there right out of the way. You can actually jam it on the floorboard, can't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get it to do. Wow.
Alright, that's got that. Now the next thing Casey's doing is the slave cylinder right here. Do not disconnect the line, you don't need to. Just take this nut off, There's enough slack in this line. You can pull this back, set it over to the side. We'll get that next. Then we have to take the exhaust loose from this manifold, and we can go over to this side and cut right here, and that'll give us enough room. After that, then you're going to take the starter off, right? Alright, well that's the 3 next things that we need to do. Alright guys, get that stuff done. Now, see Casey's hand up there? Yeah, that is a bolt on the back side. Got to get that one, and then the rest of the bolts along the top that we can get from this side. Then, we got to go over here to the other side. Hold on, Casey's fat head's in my way. We got to go over here. See this brace? It's going to come off. And you have to take the oil filter off to get that bolt out of there. So, we're going to go ahead and get all them bolts out, get that brace loose, of course the oil filter first. Then all will act as the top bolts. And then that's the time we take our cross member out. We'll show you how that comes out. And drop it down and get the transmission out. Alright guys, we'll get all that done. So now all we have is the top bolts holding the bell housing. Right now, Casey is, see what he's doing? Taking that holder off so the lines will stay up there. And we're fixing to drop the cross member. We've already taken the 4 nuts off of the transmission mount. Now once he gets that, is there any more attached to it, guys? Nope. Alright, the rest of it looks good. I've already broke these loose. They're bolts and nuts. That's what the holes in the frame are for. Right through here, you can get the nut. So we're going to get the transmission jack underneath it, raise it up, take the pressure off. We'll zap these 4 bolts on each side out and remove the cross member. Alright guys, transmission mount, cross member. Let me tell you something about this cross member. You'll notice, see how the frame comes in here and then out here. So dropping that cross member straight down, it's not going to happen. The way we do it, is get all the bolts loose, and just shove it straight back. There's really no need to have to take it all the way down, because you're just going to be fighting and fiddling with it and eating up a lot of time. There's enough room between there and there to get that transmission out and put it back in. Alright guys, now what we're going to do is let the transmission jack down some. Then we have, what'd you say, Casey, 4 bolts? Yep. Y'all can see one of them right there. Across the top, 1, 2, 3, and one on the other side. And then we'll be able to slide our transmission out. I was just checking that. Yeah, bolt's gone. It was never had a bolt in it. A lot of bolts missing out of this thing, so when we go back together, we're going to try to find some to replace it. These are regular SAEs in this, ain't they? Yep. Cool, cool. Well, let's hammer on. Alright guys, we got them bolts out, and there were 5, not 4, 5. Now, what I'm going to do, while Casey holds everything still, I'm going to take this little bar here, just go around there and break the seal. Ain't really no seal, but it just gets stuck to the engine. And try to wiggle it back where he can get the transmission all the way back. Right, there's one little Dodge transmission, guys. Now you can see a lot easier. 4 bolts we took out of the shifter. Shifter goes right down in there. That's how it lines back up. See the row of bolts? That's where the transfer case was, and the bolts had to come out, the nuts had to come off here. And this gives you a better idea of where the 5 were in the top. Now the only thing we have to do with this, of course, recheck fluid when we're through. But we'll have to put a throwout bearing in, and we'll show you how to do that. That came with our clutch kit. But now, we're going to show you how to take out the clutch and all the related parts right up there on the engine. Alright guys, this is what the gentleman picked up for it. a Duralast new clutch kit. Thank you for your purchase, blah, blah, blah. Unconcerned. It comes with your lineup tool. Of course, your clutch disc. Voila. Make sure you put it in correct. We'll show you. Comes with a piece of cardboard. Then your pressure plate, the throw it out bearing, and there we go. That's the little bearing that goes in the crankshaft. We will show you how to install this thing correctly. Installing it's easy. Getting the old one out is the pain, but we'll show you that too. Alright, everything's here in our kit, so we're ready to rock and roll. And now, what Casey's going to do next, take the clutch and pressure plate out. These bolts, right?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 9/16, right? Mm-hmm. Alright, guys, when you take these bolts out, be careful the clutch doesn't slide out and come down. It'll land on your foot. Now we got the air gun. I'll give you the right socket. Yeah, and guys, it's cool to take them off with the air gun, but do not put them back on with the air gun. I can take like my electric ratchet there and put it back on, then we'll torque them to specs.
Use an air gun, it'll save time, they say. Doesn't. Not when you're me. Out of the socket.
Hold on, Casey. Where'd the damn tool go? Guys, take your tool, run it up in there. That'll keep the clutch from falling off and killing you. Give you something to hold everything by. You get the last bolt, Casey?
Yep.
Watch her, she may jump on you. And it did jump a little bit, so. There's a pressure plate. How's it look?
A little toasty.
Yeah, she's a little burnt. Show her to the camera. Everybody say, yeah, she's a little burnt. See the light spots and the dark spots. Had a mile or two on it.
And dust. A lot of clutch dust.
Yeah, a lot of dust. Let's see what the actual crutch looks like.
She's been chewed through, but definitely time to replace.
Yeah, a little thin, but it's not chewed up real bad or any uneven wire.
No.
Yeah, not too bad at all. Good deal.
Yeah.
Alright, now guys, this one, most of the time when we do a clutch, we put a rear main seal in. The rear main seal for this one is actually one where you drop the pan and take the rear cap off. At least that's the one they sent us. So with that being said, there's no need to take the flywheel off. So what we'll do is basically quote resurface that flywheel in a way. We're not going to put it in the cutter or nothing. We're just going to take it, sand it off nice and neat. And here in a second, we're going to show you how to get that center bearing out. That's it. Right, Casey wiped it off with some brake clean. And all I'm doing, I just take my D8 and some 80, and just hit it. Right, that should do it. Just wipe her down again, that should have her, Casey. Clean brake? Huh?
Okay.
That got it?
Yep.
Alright, good deal. Alright, now guys, we've got to get that center bearing out. Casey's going to grab a tool. I think we have the correct tool for it. But give us a second, let's grab that. We'll get that taken care of. Try to get some light. Alright, y'all see right there? The bearing is right in there. And this is what we have. Ain't that cool? Nifty little tool. You put it in there. Then as you screw this down, see it's got the pivot right there? It will push these out and hold it tight. So, alright, bring your slide hammer up here, Casey. I'll go ahead and get this tight. Alright, let me move out of the way. Now Casey's going to take the slide hammer, as you can see, and screw it into the holder. Alright, I'm going to move the camera back just in case. I'll hold the camera in my hand back here in the safety zone. Alright, and that's just a huge slide hammer is all this thing is. As y'all can see right there. Alright, you got her?
Yep.
Snatch that bee out of there. And there you go. Show it to the camera. Then we'll understand how it works. So the teeth go through and grab the end of it. Yep, and that is that.
Give me all the light. Hold the light right there.
Okay.
Should be able to get you a good amount of light on there.
Alright. Casey's throwing a little light on there. Let me tell you something. Here's our bearing, right? You see the side here? It's got the seal there. And this side does not. This goes towards the outer. So what I want to do here is grab this big hammer. Get that centered in there as best I can. Get it started easily. Somebody put this cross member right in the way. Go ahead and grab my socket. Alright, go ahead, Casey. Freaking phone. Alright guys, I got that in there. That's as far as it goes. Just a shade past right there. And that's it. Socket. Cool little ball peen hammer. In case it's making strobe effects.
Disco, disco.
Oh, disco. No, disco's out, man. Alright, now we're going to grab the clutch and the flywheel and show you how to get them in there correctly. Alright, now we're ready to install the clutch. We've got a line-up tool, we've got our clutch, we've got our pressure plate, we have our bolts of course, and we've got our Loctite. We'll be putting Loctite on these bolts. And we looked it up, the torque spec is 17 foot-pounds. See the torque wrench there? Fancy pantsy. And for those of y'all that don't know, whenever you buy a clutch, it will say, well that's upside down. See that? Flywheel side. So the clutch goes like that. This part, flywheel side, goes towards the flywheel. Pressure plate, line-up tool, bolts, bam, there you are. You got that?
Yep.
Alright, Casey's got that. Y'all may have noticed he actually put on a glove. He does not want to get grease on the new clutch. Where's your line-up tool at? Now guys, this may not 100% hold that clutch in there, so watch your fingers. Alright, I got all the bolts started in there. Now Casey's going to run them up with the electric impact. I put the Loctite on them. You notice how he's holding his line between his dead center. And I was going in a cross pattern to get everything going correct. Alright, now we'll get the flywheel held still and we'll get them torqued to 17 foot-pounds with the half-inch. Alright guys, now I'm just going to hold it while Casey torques it. I think that's the easiest way. It's only 17 foot-pounds. It's not like, oh my God, you know what I mean? I'll get in there to it. Alright, go ahead.
Got the right size.
That's it. Oh, you done clicked. 17 ain't right.
So that electric wrench pretty much put it exactly there.
Yeah, electric wrench was almost perfect. Get all of them? All of them. Well, there you go, that easy. Now if you don't have a friend to help you, we do make flywheel tools and holders. Or for something like this, I mean, you can throw a set of vice grips on it and let it jam itself up in there to hold it. Whatever works, works. If that's that, the clutch is in there. Now you notice the tool comes out really easy. And the reason for that is he's got it lined up correctly. Now if you bolt this down and that tool is real hard to get out, it means you have that clutch one way or the other incorrectly. Because remember, this is exactly like the end of the transmission. This goes in the bearing we just done, and this goes in the splines of the clutch. So you want that thing just super easy to go in and come out. Good job, Case. Alright, now, the fun part. You got to put that transmission back on there.
Yep.
And it's the same way as we took it out, guys, except just be a little more careful. And sometimes they can be a pain to line up. I'm not going to put this on video because I've seen some times where you sit here and fight one for an hour or so to get it lined up.
Or 2 days.
Yeah, or 2 days. That's just part of life, and that's just part of clutches. Basically what we'll do, we'll roll it back over here. Oh, let's show them how to put the throwout bearing in right quick, Case, before we get to that. Yeah, let's show y'all that part. I almost forgot. Alright guys, throw it out bearing. First of all, you got to take it out of the wrapper. That helps. Yes, if you leave it in the wrapper, it may not work so well. Oh, wrapper. Yes, we're trying to keep the shop clean. Thank you, Casey. And it goes on like this right here. As you can see by these clips here, the way that it's already on, we go on there like this. Alright, it's been a while since I put one of these on. Hopefully I won't mess this up. Come on, forward, forward, forward. No. Turn the tank in. Should be able to pull the metal tabs out and pull it off there. My hands ain't gonna do it. Little tabs come out this way and it slides off. See? Sometimes the littlest things can be such a pain. broke it. Now this one just comes off. This one just slides on. Same thing, we're going to snap the little springs back in there. Alright, Casey, snap the little springs back in there. Yeah, they're going to be a pain. And how does this come off? Clip like so. Where'd the clip go? Alright, give me that clip. This is a little bit easier way to do it. Now, y'all can see how that goes on there. Can you get them on there like that now, Casey? Is that a lot easier once it's out here?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Alright, got grooves in there it goes in. Alright, y'all see that okay? Yep, goes right in them little grooves. Outstanding. Just back over here. Get a little grease.
Yeah.
Give us grease, man. A little grease on that pivot ball. Makes that clutch just a little easier to manipulate. Alright, and that weird old clip we got here. Don't let me push the transmission up there. Thank you. My whole transmission, you see if you can get it slid on. I want to hit it with a hammer, it should just snap on. Don't get that hammer greasy. Can you grab that rubber dead blow and just use the handle and pop it on, or you already got it? You already got it, didn't you?
Oh.
Yeah, you got it. Alright, I would say bad words towards Casey, but we don't talk like that around here. Good job, Casey.
Sure.
Alright, get a little grease on this. A little grease on the shaft that it slides on. And some on the face here. And what I like to do, a lot of times you buy clutch kits that come with some grease. This one didn't. I like to get a little on the splines too. Don't worry, this grease is not going to come splattering off and get on your clutch. It's going to stay where we put it. Besides, it's just a little film just to help coat everything, help protect everything, and make it a little easier to go together. Alright, that's that. Would you like this?
Sure.
The present. Let's see how. That's still in good shape. Well, that much wiggle, but yeah, I bet it was making noise. Alright, now I am filthy. I did not sign up for this. Not my job. Casey's over making fun of it. Alright, I'm going to get new gloves, and then we will install the trims. Alright guys, before installation, Casey wiped off where the shifter goes and cleaned that up real good. We're going to get a nice bead of silicone on there. That way we don't have no leaks. Alright guys, we got the transmission in there. All 5 of the top bolts are installed tight. The shifter's installed. And we got the cross member in place. And the transmission mount is tightened up. Now next we're going to run up here. And we got to put the starter in. And what bottom bolts we got, we're going to have to find some more. And that'll pretty much be the sequence of it. We'll do starter and bottom bolts. The slave cylinder, we'll get it put up in there. We'll show you how that's done. It's real easy. And then we'll go ahead and put the front exhaust on. Then we'll go to the transfer case. Alright. You see? Clutch slave cylinder's in. And that's pretty simple. Just push it in, tighten up the bolts. Starter's in. And there was a lot of bolts, not a lot, but some of the more important bolts missing. Like these 2 here that we installed. That helps hold up your differential. It's a bracket there. And also there's a differential bracket right here. And them bolts up there, they were missing too. So we got them. Of course, the oil filter's back on. That's a pretty important part. That's got us caught up to there. I went in and put the 4-wheel drive shifter on. So we're ready for what? Transfer case? Alright, we're going to go ahead and put the transfer case on and get the drive shafts hooked up. That's why we have not put the exhaust here yet. It gives us a little more room to get in here and hook this front shaft up. Alright, well, let's get the transfer case going. Go ahead. Alright guys, Casey's grabbing this other big glove. He's just going to basically manhandle this from here, slap it up in there, and I'll get a couple of nuts on it. You good?
Yep.
What you need me to do here?
Oh, nothing. I got it.
Go.
Okay.
Alright. Can't get the nut to start. There, finally. Need a fine thread or something? Oh, where's the one stud?
I got it. I'll put it in now.
Oh, okay. This one. Oh, I got you. Alright guys, now we're going to get all of these bolts here tightened up, then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, all transfer case bolts are tight. I just popped this rear seal out. That's not it. That's not it. So we're going to take a seal up to the parts house and get the correct one. Next thing, you'll see Casey's putting the rod from the transfer case to the actual shifter itself. You getting that okay?
Yep.
Alright. He found that if you loosen the rod, get it in there, then tighten it up, we'll fix it right up. And we've got electrical. We'll show you where these go since you didn't get to see everything get unplugged. Do they go up on top, Casey?
One goes here, another one goes on top, and then another one is actually part of the transmission, but the Wire and plug-in comes all the way back here to plug in.
Alright. It goes through that, right under that casing right there. Alright, that's good to electrical.
Almost. There's one more. Very top. You probably can't see it.
No, I can't see it. But remember, there's one at the very top. And this vacuum hose here.
Go
Up.
That does it.
Where'd it go? Up over top?
Yep.
Does it go actually on the top?
Yeah, you can see it from down here, but it goes right here.
Okay. Cool. Alright. So drive shaft's in. Exhaust is in. And also I fixed he had a bad spot there on his bumper. It's ripped open. Welded that up for him. So, transfer case is filled. Transmission is filled. Everything's checked. All we like is a seal in the drive shaft, right? Alright, we're going to have a special order of seal. That's an odd one in this one. But basically, guys, all you do is put your seal up in there, tap her in straight, slide your drive shaft up in there, 4 bolts with the saddles, drive shaft is done, and then your vehicle's done. Well, everyone, there you have it. Like I say, just the rear seal drive shaft's all we like, so we'll take care of that tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have our correct seal in. But besides that, that's how it's done. Or at least that's the way that we do it. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something on this little 95 Dakota Sport truck. Like I say, there's not a whole lot of videos on the internet apparently on how to put clutch in one of these, so we figured, hey, we're doing it. Why not get it on camera, right? Well, everyone, appreciate you watching. If you would, throw us down some comments. If you're able, check out the super things below. And please, like, share, and subscribe. Again, appreciate it much. Till the next one, well, that everyone has a fantastic day.